Okay, this is our recorded room, just to give you a heads up. Uh, and I will be facilitating, unless Bob, do you want to facilitate, or Mel? Either of you want to be the
No,
first?
I think I'd break the rules.
Okay. Then I will facilitate, and I will be the first listener. So, who would like to be the first speaker? And as you see, the topic is, what do you feel when you're in an empathy circle, or whatever's on your mind? And let me change the views here to the gallery. There we go. Okay, Bob, I'm listening.
When I'm in an empathy circle, I feel so welcomed and I feel that I belong.
So I'm hearing that you feel really welcomed and like a sense of belonging when you're in the empathy circle.
And the more circles I take part in, it seems like every bit of me, every molecule of me is blessed and sanctified and made wondrous.
And you feel like when you're in a circle, everything, every part of you is kind of sanctified. And
And it reminds me that it's a joy to be alive. And that's that's one thing I want to emphasize, just the joy of being alive. It doesn't require any particular condition. It's just the fact that I'm here is an inherent joy.
you're really feeling that joy of life. It's like this inherent joy to be here.
And the best part of that is just being with everybody else in the circle, that it's not my joy, it's our joy.
And it's like this sense of shared joy.
Yes. So I feel fully heard. Thank you,
Okay.
Edmund. Thank you very much.
I'll speak to Mel. And
Oh,
uh,
sure.
Yeah, so how do I feel? I feel a little anxious and distracted because I'm also doing all the technical stuff in the background. So it depends on what my role is in the circle, like how I feel.
So right now you feel a little anxious and distracted because you're also having to monitor the tech stuff and fix text problems and stuff, and it's kind of using both sides of your brain.
Yeah, so the distraction. But when I'm just doing the empathy circle, I feel very calm and very relaxed. And even when I'm in doing conflict mediation, there's a certain sense of relaxation, knowing that everyone's going to be heard, and there's a structure to hold that. So it feels, yeah, it feels calm.
So when you're just doing the empathy circle, not having to worry about the tech part, you feel calm and relaxed and you're grateful that the structure helps keep you on track and you enjoy just being present.
Yeah, I feel heard.
Thank you. Um, well, my time. Let's see, who's wants to listen to me? Uh, Cassell, you want to listen?
Okay.
Okay. Um, well, I love empathy circles. And when Sylvia started speaking, I was like, oh, I want to talk, because I just get so much reassurance when people really know processes. They know that I know she's not going to block me with giving me advice or judging me or any of those things. And so I can just speak freely about whatever's on my mind.
Great. Well, so I missed a little bit because some sort of message showed up on my computer, but I understand that you feel free to speak your mind and that people aren't gonna argue with you or interrupt you, and so I think you referenced someone, but that's the part I missed.
Yeah, I was talking about Sylvia because she did the presentation on nonviolent communication,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm very familiar with nonviolent communication. So when I first started playing with nonviolent communication, it was just really reassuring that people wouldn't collude with me, especially, they wouldn't agree with my own judgment because I didn't need that, you know. But when I just got the pure empathy, it was just very freeing.
So that's yeah, okay. So when you first started doing it, you really enjoyed that people weren't gonna collude with you. but it was going to be a pure empathy, pure reflection. So they were gonna, but they weren't buying in.
Yeah, I have a very strong jackal. Sylvia talked about jackals in her presentation. And man, I can cuss like a sailor, but I don't want anyone to, collude with that part of me, but I want that part to be heard. And it certainly doesn't get heard much when I'm throwing my judgments out there. So for have somebody have the skills to hear underneath my judgments and underneath that part of me and just hear the pure feelings and needs, it's very enlightening.
Yeah, so that part has insight. It really wants to be heard, but it needs to help to get a little deeper in order to actually get to the bedrock of what it's trying to say. And so you really appreciate it when people don't sort of take you at the surface and help you get down below, but they don't block you either.
Yes.
So I put it a little bit in my own words. I
No,
hope
no,
that
no, that you heard me. I feel heard and I appreciate your reflection back.
right.
So you can go now. You can,
Are we at time? I don't know at the time.
it doesn't matter. I'm giving up if I have extra time, but go ahead and
Oh,
pick a person to listen to you.
wait a minute. Wait a minute, Edwin. We don't have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm confused.
We have 5 minutes or 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes.
Uh,
Well, I'm sure we had 3 minutes.
No,
yeah.
Mel felt heard. So when she felt heard, it's up your
Okay, good.
turn. Mhm.
Great. Well, I'll pick Aaron. Aaron, say your name, please.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron. Because it's
Just Aaron. Just Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron. Okay. Um, then will you be my listener?
Totally. Yeah. No. Totally. Totally.
Great. Um, well, I don't have any one thing I feel. I mean, the question was funny, how do I feel when I'm in an empathy circle? Because it's lots and lots of different things. Sometimes I feel happy, sometimes I feel frustrated. And I think the process is very rich. But there are times that I want to go deeper or hang out with something.
Okay, so I'm just gonna repeat it back. Let me know if I wrong or got it correct. So you do not feel one specific emotion. You feel lots of things, and sometimes you feel like you want to go deeper, but perhaps I'm not sure if I'm making this up. Perhaps the empathy cycles they are too short, perhaps, and you are not able to go deeper, or is that not fully correct? I do not know.
Uh, well, I just feel like there's something in the process that's extremely, extremely valuable. And yet I keep wondering what the next step is. So, I mean, it feels like to be able to hear one another accurately, feelings and everything else is ground zero for a conversation.
So you find empathy circles very valuable, and they are valuable to go deeper into conversations.
Well, they're valuable because so many conversations go off the rails because we didn't understand what the other person was talking about in the first place.
Okay. So empathy cycles for you are valuable because conversations usually go off the rails because you don't understand what, not you, but because,
Oh, me, yes. But go ahead.
not you, because, because in usual conversations, people don't try to understand each other, but you feel, if I'm correct, you feel like empathy circles, if I am understanding correctly, do help other people, do help people understand each other, and so they do not go as much or at all off the rails.
Well, not I wouldn't say at all because always can go off the rails, but There's something in them that helps you get back. You have a reference, which is just to understand that you understand.
Okay. So there's something in empathy circles that uh keeps them on the rails.
Yeah. Yeah, at least more than most.
Mm.
Okay, that was the time. I just added, let's make it 4-minute turns. I think we can do a little bit more. So, yeah, Aaron, if you want to speak, select your listener.
Probably. Bob, would you like to be my listener?
I'm listening.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Let me see what's the question. What do you feel? Okay, well, I can say right now, and I feel afraid. I feel afraid, very afraid. I feel so much fear in my stomach and my chest. Yeah, I feel afraid and a little bit of excitement because I wasn't expecting I was just listening into the Zoom, but then when they said, "Oh, we're going to do empathy circles," I was like, "Wow, I didn't know this was it." So that was kind of cool. So a lot of fear, but there was a hint of excitement. So a bit of that.
So you're feeling fear and excitement, and there's a sense of energy that I detect too.
Yeah, no, that's totally. That is the thing. Uh, and the question, whatever is on your mind. Okay. Yeah, no. I guess I do not know so much. Usually, I do not know so much what to talk about when I go to empty circles, and that is okay.
So it's okay not to know.
It's okay not to know. Uh, and yeah, they're good. I've been going to Larry's empathy circles, Larry Lawhorn. Been going there maybe over the course of a year, and yeah, they've helped me with my conversational skills, so that's been nice.
You've been attending circles for about a year, and it helps you with your conversational skills, which is very nice.
And I gotta get my career sorted out because I wanna move out of home, and yeah, I gotta make money. So I guess that is something that I am sort of dealing with or figuring out.
So you want to get your career in order so you can make some money and move out and move on to the next phase.
Yeah, no, correct. Um, um, I guess I think I want to make like videos online, but I want to do different things. So it's like usually if you have success, from what I see, not always, but you're supposed to like do one thing or have a theme, but I want to do different things and I can't make my mind up. So yeah, I don't know what I actually want to do.
You feel called to produce videos online, and you're still looking around for a focus that you want to approach for your video success.
Very true. Yes, no, very true. And guess that's just something that I've had it over me a few days. I think I gotta again go into the fear, because yeah, I've been how would you say afraid. I'm very afraid. Been afraid for a long time, just not getting involved in the world. So that's kind of something that I gotta go into. So I think I should be able to figure it out. But yeah, it's kind of just getting out there now, and I guess that is the way. I'm not sure.
So this fear comes up again, and you want to be involved, and it sounds like there's some fear as an obstacle between you and your full involvement.
Exactly. Um, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Uh, Cassell, would you please listen to me?
I'd love to.
I've been thinking about the 8 billion of us on the planet And there's from what I hear and see, there's a lot of oppression and victimization and exploitation. And I'm wondering what it would take for the exploiters and the victimizers and the oppressors to back off a little bit and try to get along a little better.
So you've been looking at the multitude of people in the world, the 8 billion people, and seeing this cycle of oppression and victimization and oppression, victimization, and
Exploitation.
exploitation. And you wondered if there was a way to get them to stop doing their things and to actually talk to each other,
Yeah.
stop doing what's harmful.
Yeah. And I guess I should look inside myself to see how much of a victimizer and oppressor and exploiter I am. And that's the best place to start.
Hmm. So a thought seems to come up about looking inside to see that dynamic within yourself to start with.
And taking part in this empathy circle is a really important part of this introspection and coming to see myself more accurately and to accept myself.
Oh, yeah. So being in the empathy circle gives you some sort of access to seeing yourself and to be more self-accepting. So able then, yeah, to be more present.
Yeah. And also to realize I can be listening to others who might be going through that same kind of process. And this empathy circle is such a powerful, powerful vehicle for human growth and maturity and kindness.
Yeah. So you really see that also listening to others that you're offering this or you're participating in an act of human kindness by doing this.
Cassell, thank you so much. I feel fully heard. Thank you.
Oh, I'm the speaker now.
Hmm.
Dog started barking, but you don't hear it because Zoom is really good at cutting out background noises. Um, let's see, who would like to be my Edwin? Want to be
Mhm.
my
Sure. Hmm.
listener?
Listening.
Um, so yeah, it's only been recently that I sort of stumbled upon empathy circles, and I was really glad because I've been doing a lot of focusing training, which I know that Edwin knows a lot about because I've watched your videos, Kathy, and with Ann Weiser, um, and also I've been a 50-year meditator, so I feel like I've done the looking in my navel for quite a long time.
So you feel like you've looked at your navel for quite a long time, and you've done focusing, you've done meditation, and you kind of stumbled across the empathy circles, which has been beneficial.
I did start, and I did a whole nother thing, which was something called authentic relating. I looked at all the things that they do, and it's so complicated. There was just a level of complication that because I want to be able to have something I know for a fact, for, experiential fact that I'm not alone at being a little too inwardly focused in many of the groups of which I take part.
So you find that you're too inwardly focused in the groups that you're taking part, and other people are like that too. So you've been exploring different groups, and another group was authentic relating, but you find that practice rather complicated.
And you kind of have to buy into a system. Whereas I found with empathy circles, it's very um, it's like focusing in that it is very applicable to many, many different situations. You don't
Mm,
have to sort of buy a theory or a system in order for it to be practiced and to
mm,
be a benefit.
So authentic relating, you find there's more of a system, a theory that you have to buy into, whereas with empathy circles and focusing, there's no real thing you have to buy into.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm really, and I mean, I'm sort of disappointed to realize how I don't listen to people, not only all my friends, but oops, me. So and I love it that there's an opportunity to practice because it seems like in the world I get so many good teachings about things to do, but I don't know how to do them.
Yeah, so you're finding that you're not as good of a listener as you really would like to be, and I think you're seeing that you don't get a chance to sort of practice these different activities, and sounds like you would like to do more practice.
Yeah, all kinds of things. Be compassionate. Do this, do that. I mean, all these highfalutin things that I've been studying and doing for 50 years. And it's like, I need to get more simple and get the basics, and then maybe they'll flourish better.
Yeah, for these different practices, they need to simplify it and get really down to the basics. Maybe they'll do better then.
Not exactly that. I feel like it's sort of like I need to find what's basic for me, and
Mm.
the practices can be as they are. I'm not going to change them.
Oh, okay. So the practices don't need to change. It's really how you sort of work with the practices is what needs changing.
Yeah, thank you. I feel heard. That's really good. That's right.
Okay. Then speak to Aaron, if I may.
Totally. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, so it's like again, yeah, really what the Cassell said about there's a lot of feelings in the empathy circle, and that's what a lot of different feelings come up, and that's my experience as well.
So sounds like there's a lot of different feelings that come up in the empathy circle, and with you, that is your experience as well.
Hmm. And I really enjoy hearing people's experience of the empathy circle. Like, what are people experiencing with it? Because we're really trying to promote the practice, and it's good to have those insights about, how is it impacting people's lives. So I really, really enjoy hearing those stories.
So you really enjoy um, hearing people's stories in the empty circle, and you really enjoy sort of hearing their experience in the empty circle, how it goes, and I don't know if that is correct.
Hmm. Yeah, just what people's experiences are, it's just I just find it so intriguing. It's sort of like a landscape that I'm trying to explore all the nooks and crannies of the empathy circle landscape, and hearing other people's sharing their experience kind of sheds light on different corners of the experience.
So sharing and hearing other people's stories sounds like that sort of helps you get a light on the empathy circle experience because you are seeing all the different ways that it can sort of be.
Yeah, and the feeling is, one feeling is curiosity. I have a lot of curiosity, and there's also like enjoyment to hear people's, who people are, kind of their humanity. And I feel the empathy circle helps me to connect with people's humanity, and I just enjoy the richness of that experience.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, it seeing the empathy circle, it helps you connect with their humanity and the whole humanity and seeing people's personality, if I understood that correctly. And
Their
okay,
humanity, yeah.
okay, their humanity.
And yeah, I'm really sort of celebrating like with the Empathy Summit. Yay, this is really good. All these presentations. So I kind of like feel like some joy and kind of bubbly energy, around that.
I know what you mean. Okay, so you are really enjoying the Empathy Circle and you're enjoying the bubbly energy around the summit, the summit.
hmm And I also feel a little heaviness and constriction because, as a producer and kind of co-host on all this, there's a lot of kind of keeping things under control to kind of manage, make sure that everything runs smoothly. So it's kind of these mixtures, different parts of my body, different sort of feelings are there.
Okay. So you have different parts of your body and there are different parts and they are managing your system to keep everything under control.
Yeah, like focusing is good for that too. That process of focusing that Cassell's talking. I love that process. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Just if you want to reflect that, I love the focusing.
Okay. You love the focusing.
hmm Yeah, I feel very heard. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you. Mel says, would you like to be my listener?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, definitely relatable. Keeping all the different parts and having them manage your system, keep you under control, absolutely.
So you can relate to what Edwin said about keeping all the balls in the air.
Exactly. That probably explains the tightness in my chest, my stomach, my chest.
So right now you're feeling tightness in your chest and your stomach.
Wouldn't it be nice to just feel comfortable, like not having feelings there that you don't want?
So you'd really like to be feeling comfortable and instead of having this tightness constricting you.
Yeah, no, the tightness constricting me, yeah, no, it doesn't feel good. Like, I can feel like when I'm sort of in my energy, it's not there, but usually in social situations, that goes away. Like, it's there a little bit, it is there a little bit, but not as much. Like, when I usually did it and I just went somewhere, like, yeah, I could be in it, but, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do that.
So it sounds like that tightness in your chest and in your stomach is part it has been happening with you for a while, and you're kind of observing it and noticing when it gets lighter and when it's there the most.
No, true, true. Uh, anyone got any tips?
You're looking for some maybe advice or some tools to use that you can help with the tightness.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, no, very true, very true.
Hmm.
Of course, we have a format, so I can't just ask that question, right?
So you'd like to stay with the format, but part of you would really like to just check in with the participants and see if anybody had any information that might be useful to you.
It would, it would, it would, it would, it would, it would. I don't want to break any rules, it's, not my circle. So, yeah, I guess, would that be okay, Edwin? How would you feel about that? Yeah, would that be okay? If not, feel free to say. It's totally fine.
Yeah, we stay with the process. When everybody has their turn, they can answer.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Uh, and You know, like sometimes like you can just go to a social event or like be in social settings and just like feel good. And for me, those are the best times. Like when I don't have to worry about saying anything or performing or whatever the fuck, excuse me, then yeah, I can just sort of just, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice.
So you really enjoy the times when you can just go to a social situation and feel comfortable in your own skin.
That is correct. Thank you. I feel fully seen and heard. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you, Aaron. Bob, do you want to be my listener?
I'm listening.
Okay, so I want to respond to Aaron's question. Um, and I think what you did is probably the best way to address that tightness is just to be heard about it. So I'm glad that you brought it up in the empathy circle and recommend that you get more empathy about that tightness, really get into it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Um, so I want to bring up something
But
that I,
maybe Bob could reflect that, though.
sorry.
So you're very happy to respond to Aaron's request for feedback. And it sounds like you're recommending the empathy circle as part of that prescription.
Yeah, not only the empathy circle, but just getting deep levels of empathy through empathy circles or NVC. Sometimes empathy circles are limited, like Cassell says. I don't know if there's just not enough time or something, but there are other processes that can also probably meet that need.
So empathy circles and NDC are other good ways to work through this issue.
Yeah, in my opinion. And I love empathy, so it's helped me a lot.
You love empathy, it's helped you a lot.
Yeah. So the thing I wanted to just be heard about is and I already feel some emotion coming up. Um, so lately at night when I'm sleeping, I get this deep ache in my body. It's like my all my joints, like all over. And I don't believe that physical pain is only about physical pain. I think there's a psychological foundation and an emotional foundation for pain. And I just wonder, about this deep pain. I mean, it's deeper than, I have normal aches and pains during the day, but it's this deep pain. And I'm just wondering if it's about just taking on the world's pain somehow that growing up, I've just taken on the world's pain.
So I hear your voice breaking a little bit, and you talk about being at night feeling this deep pain that perhaps you've absorbed some of the world's pain and you're carrying it right now.
Yeah, I've always been an empath, to a certain extent. And so I think I've taken it on just because of the way our culture treats people. It's just not nice. It's just the way people have spoken to me and treated me growing up is probably pretty normal. But for me, I think I just took it in.
So you're weeping and your voice is breaking and you're sad that you've taken in so much of this pain that the world has to offer.
Yeah, and it's still, I mean, it's just still out there if people don't consciously try to change the way that they've been socialized.
So you're commenting that people don't seem to be wanting to change from the way they've been socialized, and you feel that the personal change is part of the solution.
Yeah, I definitely believe that personal change change starts with the self. And I think people don't realize that it's available. But I believe that if we continue to perpetuate these old methods of communicating, um, that it just continues to perpetuate the pain on the planet.
So you your voice was so strong and positive when you said you understand the power of this personal change to make the world a better place. And then you reflected again on how unhappy the world's processes are. And there's a great contrast between those two.
Yeah. So I think my time is up. Um, so I'm heard to the extent that I was given the opportunity to express. So thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. Aaron, would you please listen to me?
Totally. No, absolutely.
A brief comment on your situation with your tightness in your chest and your tummy. I hope you might look up Rupert Spira, Spira, and see if his words of wisdom can help you.
Thank you for commenting. You hope I look up Rupert Spira, and if it does you any justice, I'm a big fan of Rupert Spira, so
Okay. And I was deeply, deeply touched by Mel Sear's speaking, and I felt her pain and I felt her confidence that there's a solution to it, and I'm deeply privileged to be part of this circle today.
you are deeply touched by Milce's that when she spoke, and you are very privileged to be part of the Empathy Circle today.
Yes. And so I hope each of us continues the practices that we find helpful. I know I've been trying to figure this stuff out for 40 years and it's working, and I know there's more to do, and I'm grateful to this group for encouraging me and giving me the impetus to keep going at it.
You are grateful for the Empathy Circle today, and it has been deeply helpful for you for 40 years, and you want to keep going at it. I don't know about that last one.
So I've got my list of practices that I do here at home, and I feel good about the results I'm getting, and I want to keep at it.
Okay. So you've got a set of practices that you're doing at home, and you want to keep at it and practice.
Aaron, thank you very much. I feel fully heard. Thank you.
Thank you. Edwin, will you be my listener?
Yep, listening.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't do a good job with Bob's listening.
You're feeling you didn't do a good job with Bob's listening, so you're maybe feeling some concern about that.
Concern is a good word.
Concern fits what you're feeling.
You know, sometimes I feel like I'm really focused on myself, and when I do that, it makes me less empathetic, and it's hard to be there for other people when I'm so focused on myself.
Yeah, you're thinking that when you're focused on yourself, it's hard to kind of be there for other people.
And part of me wants more time for Mouses, because it was cut short.
Yeah, and you were feeling you'd like more time for Mel because her time was short to really express maybe all she wanted to express.
Good, exactly. think that is all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Thank you, thank you,
You
thank
feel heard for now. So, okay.
you.
I'll speak with Cassell. Cassell, please. Yeah, so yeah, you're muted. I just, in terms of the questions Aaron had, about feeling tightness and so forth, I think what Mel said is what I would say too, is having someone to share those feelings with. Well, first is willing to acknowledge the feelings like he did, and then to share them is the first step. So he did exactly what I would suggest.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, you're there.
They're agreeing with you, but so you would it related to what Aaron was saying about tightness, that you felt that his acknowledging it and speaking it out loud to the group was really the way you would suggest to even work with it.
And
Yeah.
it's a bit like focusing too. You kind of, maybe if he learned a little bit about the focusing process of staying with that feeling, watching it evolve as he shares and have it someone reflect it, that it would probably help with going deeper into and maybe, moving through it.
Yeah, so the similar to focusing in that naming it in a friendly way, if I can add that little piece in, and then being able to stay with it, but also to name it can maybe create the tiniest little shift.
Yeah, and then having maybe an empathy buddy, an empathy circle is good for it, but just having a one-on-one, because when I was managing the empathy center, it was very stressful. And I had someone who's my empathy buddy, and for half an hour, they would just listen to me. I didn't have to do, and I didn't have to reflect, listen to them. They would just listen to me, and then I would share all the anxieties. And afterwards, I felt much better. I could feel the stress level go down having those empathy buddies.
Mm. So having an empathy buddy when you had the center and you had a lot of anxieties and you just could have a whole half hour where they really listened to you,
Mhm.
allowed your stress level to settle out.
Yeah, and my heart was really warmed by Mel, just what she shared. I could just feel my whole body just, warming with her kind of openness and, her humanity. So really kind of touched
Yes.
me.
So,
Felt
yeah.
really touched by it.
So what you felt, what Mel said, it really did touch you because your whole body responded with just a kind of melting quality.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I feel very heard. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see. Who didn't hear? Are we going around again?
Yeah, we keep going. We have another about 15 minutes
I
for
don't know what the timing is. Bob, you didn't hear me, did you? Did we? Did you listen to me?
I'm listening right now.
Okay. Um, yeah. Wow. So this is an interesting moment because I do feel um I feel something, with Aaron, whose name I don't know if I get it right, and Mel Sears, both so different. I mean, the sense of the tightness and the body and the pain of the world, and just feel that the not denying it, something about being up against the struggle that seems so big right now.
So you acknowledge the struggle that Aaron and Mel talked about, and you feel a little of that struggle yourself.
I actually feel like we're all in it either if we ignore it or whatever, but it's happening. I mean, there are people starving and there are people causing them to starve.
So we're all in it. There's people starving and people causing people to starve, and it's all part of who we belong to.
Yeah. But also so that's sort of on a bigger level. And then what Aaron was talking about, that moment where you just clench up and you especially don't want to at those times.
So there's this feeling of not wanting to clench up, of wanting to be soft and receptive.
Yeah. Um, well, and I'm gonna just say what because I study with this focusing person, and the way she always talks about when there's something that comes up like that, to be able to not be taken over completely by it.
So in your focus work, there's the wisdom that says don't be completely taken over by it.
Well, she has actually a technique, and it's to just say to the part that feels constricted, to say, oh, something in me is feeling constricted right now.
So the focus technique is the awareness of being feeling constricted, which is helpful.
More than that, it's the saying of those words. It's the actually acknowledging because it makes it to say something in me is feeling constricted rather than I am constricted, all of me, to something in me.
So speaking the words, something in me feels constricted is very powerful.
I have found it helpful. You can try it on and say something in me feels constricted and just see if it helps to, I mean, everything's an experiment, right? Something in me feels constricted. Hello, I know you're there. So without adding the please go away part, it's just like accepting it.
So speaking it and accepting it is a very important part of the focus process.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a book called The Radical Acceptance of Everything. So that's how you make friends with everything that comes up in your being.
The book is called The Radical Acceptance of Everything.
Yeah. And it feels like an empathy circle has that quality also, that we're creating a zone of acceptance for whatever's coming up.
And the empathy circle also has that dimension of acceptance, whatever comes up.
Yeah, thank you. I feel heard.
Okay. Mel, would you please listen to me?
Sure.
Um, Again, it's a privilege to be part of this wonderful group of human beings who are being honest and sharing, and I feel the healing flowing through it.
So you're feeling very grateful to be part of this circle where people can share openly and honestly, and you're honored to be part of it.
Um, what else? And no matter what I read about in the news, the empathy circle reminds me that I'm connected in a very powerful way to compassion and loving kindness. And that's so much more important than whenever some blowhard says it gets recorded in the news.
Mm.
So being in the circle reminds you that you're really, in spite of what's going on in the news, that you're connected to a very powerful compassion.
And I need to be in awe of that power that we all share. And as the old song by Pete Seeger says, "We shall overcome." And that gives me hope and a lot of confidence in that.
So you want to remember to be in awe of this um, power that we all share, and to gain strength from it.
Yeah. Um, I'm working on a song list that I can put together of songs like We Shall Overcome and Blowing in the Wind and Times They Are a Changing. And if I hear those songs, it strengthens my resolve to stay with it.
So that the music is really touches you on a deeper level and helps you stay in this energy of compassion and hope.
Yeah. And one last thing, I used to belong to a church here in town, and our pastor was called to be an assistant to the bishop. And it so happened that after a few years, she was nominated to be the next bishop. But last night she withdrew her name, and I'm kind of concerned about if she's okay. And I hope she made a wise decision for her own well-being and for the well-being of the church.
So there, you're a little puzzled when you heard that this pastor that belonged to this church that you go to or went to, why she would remove her name. So you're a little puzzled about and wish her that she's hopefully that she's doing well.
Yeah. I hope it's for the right reasons and that it's all going to work out.
Yeah, you hope that she withdrew her name for reasons that nurture her and nurture humanity.
Mel, thank you so much. I feel fully heard. Thank you.
Hmm. You're welcome. I don't know. How much time do we have left, Edwin?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. A lot of time. Um, I guess I just want to put, oh, let's see, who's going to listen? I think everybody's heard me, even Edwin. I'll go with Edwin again. He was number one.
Okay, listening.
Yeah, I just, since I've been doing the empathy circles with you, I've noticed that I'm the only person that ever cries in these empathy circles.
Yeah, you just since you've been in circles with me, you just realize you're the only one that cries in these circles.
Yeah, and it's it's a little puzzling to me, um why I have so much accessibility to my feelings and to my deeper feelings and I'm why I put them out there when no one else puts their feelings out there. Well,
Yeah, you're just kind of wondering, like, how is it that you have that accessibility to those deeper feelings, like tears, and also how it is that you can put them out there and others don't. But
yeah. Yeah, and I would like other people to put it out there because it would feel reassuring to me that I'm not alone.
you actually would like if other people put those feelings out there because then you'd feel like you're not so alone with those feelings.
Yeah, and lately I've been feeling a little alone in the world. And I think having just shared feelings with people and having people express their vulnerability and share all of who they are would really give me some companionship in this journey called life.
You've been feeling recently a bit alone in this journey of life, and you would like some companionship in those deeper feelings that you have, others that would share those.
I would like that companionship, and and it's been rare. I don't know if people are just so strong in protecting their vulnerability, or maybe they don't have the vulnerability, or they're not willing to share the vulnerability, or um, I don't know. I just am a connection junkie, and I want connection with. I want to go deep. I want to
Mm.
like. I want to. I don't know. I want to swim in the deep water.
Yeah, you really want to swim in the deep water, the deep emotions, and just wondering why other people maybe don't aren't there.
Yeah, and I honor everybody's process, whatever they do. I mean, I'm not judging anyone. Uh, it's just this is just about me and my process.
Yeah, it's not that you're like judging people for not being there. It's just sort of a curiosity, maybe, and why.
Yeah, yeah, and the aloneness that I've been feeling. I mean, uh I get I get plenty of socialization where I live. I mean, I play badminton every morning and I socialize with people there and it's fun, but it's not deep. So I
Hmm.
don't get a lot of depth of connection with people.
And so you're getting a lot of, people that you're sort of relating with, but there's not that level of depth, emotional depth that you sort of yearn for, desire.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm noticing the time's almost up, so I'll quit there and thank you for your listening.
Okay. Thanks. So we have, yeah, about 5 minutes. Maybe we can just open it up to general comments, any feedback, any thoughts. So without active listening, just any sort of a. We will be doing a debrief when we get back into the main room. Yeah, Bob.
Um, I've had a number of phases of my life where I have been weeping and sobbing and moaning and crying. And one today is not one of those times. I've had several good therapists, and I belong to a small group that meets every Wednesday night, and they have helped me heal the pain. And I'm so grateful to that little group on Wednesday night for healing for me.
Anyone else? Just jump in.
Well, this isn't a huge thing, but when Bob was making his list, I wanted to add there, but for fortune.
There, but for a fortune?
Yeah. It's a Joan Baez song, and it's just so beautiful. There, but for fortune, go you or I. It's about identifying with people who are in pain and just being able to say there, but for fortune, that
Yeah.
we'd all be in the same boat given different circumstances.
Yeah.
Sort of a gratitude and a empathy poem.
Yeah, for going deeper, maybe it's a separate empathy circle where, there's a regular group that gets together and they have that space. Because I know when I have my empathy buddy, I'm talking about all the different, I've got more space to talk about all the things that are happening in my life.
Yeah.
But it's not, I really enjoy, really appreciate everybody being here and the connection with you all. So,
Aaron, you're muted.
Okay, I want to say sorry if I caused anyone any pain. One thing I would say. Uh, Another thing, uh, Mercedes, you mentioned you are looking for companionship. I think Larry is single. I don't know if you know Larry. He's got a he's got a website, empathymatters.org. He has empathy circles on there, IFS and like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I recommend Larry. He might be single, so yeah, he's a really good guy. If you want to put that out there. That's,
That's
Big
cute.
go
And
from
he loves empathy circles. Larry always says, I love empathy circles.
he does, yeah.
I know
He's
Larry. Yeah, he lives in Florida, right?
Hmm.
Oh,
oh,
that's
Miami.
so far
I
away,
don't
but
know. Miami is in Florida, but yeah, no.
yeah, Miami's in
Well,
Florida.
so with opening up, of wanting deep connections, I totally get that. I was there, and yeah, no, totally get that. One thing I know, when I am able to be vulnerable and just like be vulnerable and understand people emotionally, people open up to me. So it's like for me, what helped was understanding people emotionally and sharing my own vulnerability, yes, because that was able to sort of get them to feel comfortable. So really, it's just about building comfort with people in my experience, and I'm not an expert, so yeah, if I talk like an expert, I'm not. But yeah, like I don't know if this is at all helpful. Hope that is at least a little bit helpful. Thank you,
Mm.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really need to advice or anything, but I did enjoy your sharing.
Sorry, sorry, sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, the room, we got 1 minute left here.
Can I'll make an ad. I'm writing a fiction book called, I'm not sure what the name is yet. It's something like Zuma, the secret journal of an Earth alien. It's about um, an alien who gets left on Earth at birth, and it goes through her enlightenment process until she becomes, in her she finds her home planet again, and they speak nonviolent communication on the home planet, and so it's kind of all these skills put into fiction form so that you can empathize with the characters and kind of learn a little bit as you go along. So that beware of that coming out hopefully pretty soon. It'll have the word Zuma in it, Zuma. That's her name. Thank you for listening.